Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me for our Functional Yoga Medicine show. Today's going to be all about talking about really functional yoga medicine and how it came to be. And so let me share with you how and why I created the alkaline yoga medicine. Because I've always had very much a curious mind from when I was a little girl. When I know one subject area, then I always needed to know how it can be juxtaposed and linked to another. I had an uncanny ability to ask super duper complicated questions, and I have a very critical mind. I have a very curious mind. And if I don't have those questions answered, then I get stuck. And as I got older, as I became a multi-passionate entrepreneur, back in school, after I got my doctoral degree in physical therapy, after my master's degree, I realized quickly that I could not work under some system and the way that I was told to do a certain thing, because at the end of the day, what they teach us in school in medical system is really on how to be a technician who follows orders, a technician who stays in her scope of practice, a technician who follows all the rules and regulations, even if it's not really serving the patient. I always needed to think outside the box, and I kept asking questions about, there's such a better way to do this, but how come people aren't seeing a better way? And I realized in the systems, hospital systems, medical care system, the bigger the entity, harder to change what is. And so a lot of the practitioners, even the smartest among us, smartest doctors, they would just follow the orders. Everybody just becomes a technician in the field of medicine. And I think it's a very sad place to be. And as an entrepreneur who doesn't rely on anybody else to make the income, to pay the bills, I have to figure out all of those things. And so many years ago, probably about 9 years ago, I had this idea to put all my knowledge into one comprehensive system. And I realized this after getting board certified through the Institute of Functional Medicine. And I realized even though we paid lip service to really addressing the patient's root cause issue of their whatever symptoms that they might be experiencing, in the name of functional medicine, holistic health, and alternative medicine and integrative medicine, things were still complicated. It was almost as if every training system and experience that I experience in learning all the things, it's almost like me as a practitioner, they were coming at it, the institutions, with a fire hose or a water hose. And it's like getting flooded with water. And even though I wasn't absorbing all the information, I was given all the information. And what was left of me was a very wet outside, nothing really assimilated on the inside. And I realized a lot of these physicians, doctors, and trained chiropractors and different medical specialists who were coming to functional medicine education is that they all didn't know how to really apply what they were learning. So they were looking to the right, looking to the left. And again, there was this commonality to dictate, to stay, to make the institution itself stronger, but not really providing a way for us to be our individual selves. And to me, that is an injustice, right? It really, when we are not given the opportunity to think outside the box, innovation doesn't happen. Innovation starts with you. Innovation starts with me. It starts with the frustrations. And my frustration in the system and the education system is what really cultivated for me to tie all my knowledge in psychology, in nutrition, in physical medicine, functional medicine, and yoga, Pilates, energy medicine, Eastern philosophies, and Ayurveda, to pull it all together in an experience to equip you to be able to stand in your power and stand for something. Because here's the thing, every educational system focuses on the theoretical subjective study rather than real life human experience of truly empowering individuals to heal. As I was living through very serious autoimmune flares, specifically lupus flares, I desperately needed the latter as a patient. And a true integrative approach was created through the functional yoga medicine. And it's what I've used to apply in my own life as an autoimmune patient struggling it every day. So after 31 years of didactic training in the field of psychology, in the field of nutrition, in the field of physical medicine, and all the things that came post-doctorate, I created the Functional Yoga Medicine Certification Program to finally solve the broken medical puzzle. So what exactly is functional yoga medicine? Well, functional yoga medicine aims to tie together 4 essential elements of health and wellness. We start with timeless wisdom, which include the yoga teacher training, which include energy medicine, which include meditation. We all know that they're beneficial, why it's beneficial, how do we apply it, and then how do we teach and empower our patients to utilize this timeless wisdom piece is what we teach in functional yoga medicine. Second element of the alkaline methodology in functional yoga medicine certification program is really all about transformational psychology, both at the subconscious level, conscious level, and really the coaching tools that you need to take your clients from disempowerment victim to self-empowered healers. That transformation is what is required for you to step into the role of being a powerful mentor. And the third element of the alkaline methodology in the context of functional yoga medicine is really modernized functional medicine. And this is where most of the practitioners spend their time learning all the things. And in the modernized functional medical piece, instead of getting lost in all the complexities of nutrition, biology, and biochemistry, and all the things, I simplified it down to 3 essential systems. First one being stress-brain connection, which I call the HPA axis, which involve the hypopituitary adrenal axis, and then how that impacts thyroid and all the hormones, all the endocrinological symptoms to really help us to self-regulate our autonomic nervous system is where it's at, and how it impacts us to create disease so that you can understand how to shift your patients out of that using the tools that you've already learned in the first and the second element. This is now the third element, right? And then the second system that we really go deep into is really the enteric nervous system, or the gut-brain connection, to understand the nutritionals, the supplements, the testing, and all the things, the gut permeability and how it comes to be, how that affects your epigenomics and your health, longevity, and wellness, right? And then the third component is really the immune brain complex. And that's where our immune system is on overdrive to create inflammation, because aging itself is inflammatory. And we want to make sure that you understand how that all comes together in the modernized functional medicine piece to know exactly what testing, what supplements, what dietary interventions that you should provide for your patients. But at the end of the day, what you're doing is to empower your patients to really have this mind-body connection and really listen to the sensory or the sensory input that your body is sending your body. And we equip our patients to know exactly what that feels like, to pay attention and be connected to their body, not relying on anybody else outside to figure out what's going on the inside. So we emphasize a lot that healing is an inside job. It's all about empowerment. And your role as a practitioner is really being a powerful mentor. Your shift is all about shifting from disempowered, powerless technician to powerful mentor that you are. The last element of the alkaline methodology is business mastery, because a lot of the times we don't learn how to be an entrepreneur. We don't learn the business investments and how to manage our money. We don't even learn how to have a good, healthy relationship with our finances. We cross our fingers. We know that when we graduate with a certain professional degree, what the average median salary might be. We try to look for jobs that pays that. And then we continue working, doing the same thing over and over again, pretty much the same thing until you retire, right? But I don't have that luxury. I'm always in the business of innovation. And just because that's the way it's always been done, I don't accept it as status quo. I'm always challenging the status quo to figure out a better way to do things. And in the business mastery, you'll learn how to scale marketing, and you're going to learn systems and processes to make your life easier, to know exactly how to tie what you do with a specific niche, get your message right, to make sure that you equate your value with the service so that you can get paid doing what you love. And there's a clear-cut scientific formula for that I feel as wellness practitioners and healthcare practitioners, we lack so much the common sense, street smarts to really manage our money and our businesses in a smart way. So with that being said, that's the functional yoga medicine in a nutshell. I wanted to provide that for you to say, starting next week on Monday, we do offer a free functional yoga medicine workshop for a full week starting Monday next week. So if you're interested in learning more about how you can apply this drastic integrative approach to your patient care, come join me in our functional yoga medicine group on Facebook, as well as the link will be down below. It starts June 28th through July 2nd at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've included the link below. And I just want to say, I'm usually talking about the big elephant in the room. I'd like to have difficult conversations and really challenge the status quo. And that's what this podcast is all about. So I want to invite you to please subscribe to our podcast. It's called Functional Yoga Medicine. It's offered everywhere podcast is offered, on iTunes, Spotify, and everywhere, Google, everywhere on our websites. As well as it would help us with the algorithm if you can leave us a kind 5-star review, even better. And I read every single one of them, and it really helps to get the message out, to really shift our practitioners from being powerless technicians to powerful mentors. So we start with healing one patient at a time. And when we do that, we can step into a powerful role to really end all unnecessary suffering in the world and providing self-empowered healers to really heal from the inside out. And when we do allow that to happen, we live with so much more compassion and understanding for one another to have this human experience together, and we will all heal at a whole different level. And that's what this work is all about. So again, subscribe, sign up below for this free training. You'll learn so much insights, as well as I would love to see you on Instagram, where I spend a lot of time. It's at Dr. Connie Jian, and I will see you guys all next week, hopefully in our workshop. Many people around the world have signed up for this workshop, and I would love for you to join us as well. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you guys all next week. Don't forget to sign up. Thank you.